Okay, it's my understanding the applicant has requested an extension on the public hearing,
Continuation
continuation of the public hearing. Can I have a motion to continue the public hearing to our next meeting? We have a motion. Do I have a second? We have a motion to a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we will continue that to our next meeting. Old
October
business.
14th.
October 14th. October 14th. Discussion, possible decision, application 429 proposed lot. That relates back to our public hearing, which has been postponed, so we will have a motion to table that till the
So moved.
second.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, new business. Application number 430 for a proposed one-lot re-subdivision, Daniel Fiaro, 70 Wood Road, Summers. Is the applicant present?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, okay.
I'm not Dan Ferraro, which I'm sure you guys all know who
Aye.
he is, but would you like to discuss it? I know, Jennifer, I got your email saying that. If you want, because I know people voted on it.
Well, we'd have to schedule a public hearing, but
Right,
when we
of course.
schedule a public hearing, I'd kind of like to have you and us at least understanding what's being proposed and how it's all going to work and all the details that,
Yeah, I'm certainly happy to go through it.
Okay.
Because I did the wetlands meeting last week.
all right.
Unfortunately, Jay had a really awesome easel, so it helped a lot.
That would be really cool if we had an easel. All right.
Let's put it in the budget. I don't know if you want me to do a space. You want to just come over here and do it?
Come on over.
All right. So this is all of Dan's property
Right.
here.
Right.
He lives up here. Well, you guys know Dan anyway, but Dan lives up here.
Right.
He had subdivided this one, and he had subdivided 147, I believe it is, for his son John.
Okay.
T-Square. We built that place there, the house there. Dan's been promoting this lot on the corner, proposed lot here for a while. He's had me interested in it because I did the work on his house and his son's house.
Right.
I've had a lot of customers look at it, but it's mostly wetlands. All back in here is all wetlands and what have you. So, I don't know, more, my daughter talked me into it or I talked her into it, but what we're doing is we're proposing this, I'm proposing a house build for her.
Okay.
This doesn't do much other than just shows you the sight lines. We kept it easy in between conversations with Jennifer, Joanna in the wetlands department, and also Jay Ussery and I and Dan, keeping these simple cuts. We're using existing pins in here because this is all wetlands
That
back
makes
here
sense.
anyway, coming up nice and square to the road. So it ends up, and if we flip to the actual, it ends up being 5.15 acres. The useful land is up in here,
Right.
and there's not much up. This is mostly wetlands. And then, so again, these exist, these pins all exist, these monuments all exist. Technically, I think the only pin that Jay has to put in is out here on the road, because these all exist already, which is kind of nice. The wetlands, which we did last Wednesday, we have a projected approval on that, which I've heard from everybody involved, but this is the proposed house. We've reworked it because initially we had it down further, but again, that pertains more to wetlands than what you guys are involved with. But because there's a patch that comes out into the field here that was marked as wetlands because in the state of Connecticut, it's soils, not conditions. So this here, Dan's been haying this and mowing this forever, and actually Joanna and Jay Ussery from J.R. Russo's, I'm sure you've met him, he had aerial photos of this from back in like the 60s, and this was all farmed at that time. So this is all young growth, and I don't know what happened with the wetlands or what have you, but maybe we just got regulations and they stopped plowing it.
They were farming it well
Yeah.
before the regulations happened.
Right. So what we're proposing is the house on, everybody always looked at the lot from Wood Road, but this is deep off the road. There's a drop off here. There's a grade difference of 4 or 5 feet. I always looked at it made more sense to come in from Turnpike Road, get away from St. Germain's Auto that's on the corner. There's another 2 houses here, and this portion of this land already has a swale in it. Steve Jacobs came out with me and we did test pits. The swales out there are fantastic. It's all like almost pure bank run septic sand. So this is what we're proposing. It's a single family house, 3-bedroom, Cape. Very, very similar home to the one I'm building that burned down across from Grower Direct up on Hamden Road, just with some T-square modifications. We're putting a porch on it, some more curb appeal. and then be a walkout foundation. Septic goes over here. Proposed future barn. I don't know. It depends when they can afford to do that, when that gets done. But
Right.
that, we try to get as much information on here as possible. Well goes off to this side. Septic goes out into the side here. It's all dropping the ground. I don't really know what, from a standpoint, you guys, this board gets involved with other than meeting the regulations of all this, because I'll re-spiel all the wetland
no,
stuff,
you
but
don't
that
have to
doesn't really pertain to you
Unless
guys.
anybody has a specific question on the wetlands, as long as the Wetlands Commission is approved,
It is all set.
we are
Yeah.
happy
It's
with
not-
their decision.
It's
We
not
don't
approved,
overrule their
they can't
decision.
do it till the 6th of October,
Right.
but it's already been projected by everybody.
But
that-
they haven't pointed out any glaring.
No, we
problems.
spent, and even this,
Right.
there's a footing drain proposed on here, Jay drew on here, it's a walkout foundation. I'll put the footing drains around the house, as I always do, just in case, but it's dumb to dig them out to daylight, or, to bury them and then find a place to dig them out to. We're just gonna have them weep out through the retaining walls. I even went over with Jay today, like this grading out here, again, really, I don't think it pertains to you guys, but again, I'm modifying that because it makes it less invasive on this property. Also, the beauty of this is it's already all grass, and we just roll right in and just continue to hay it and go to town from there.
And the only thing Jeff Boyd sent us was you have to go through DOT because it's a state road and
I
approval
have
for
to
the
get,
driveway.
I have to get a curb cut, which I do all the time.
Right.
That's-
Now, further back, and I don't remember the stream path, but I seem to remember somebody doing a division back here where they had to put in something that looked like a parking garage for a couple of Volkswagens because of that brook that runs down along the side of Turnpike Road. Does that terminate
It
before
doesn't
that?
come here, it comes back here.
Okay.
And even that, not like, because even with this, I could show you on this one here. Dan's property continues. Dan still has a potential, what we call the pine knoll. There's a pine area here that could be a future building lot, and there's another open field down here that could potentially, again, if you can get past wetlands, be future building lots.
But that water course doesn't go under that driveway access to the house.
No, the
so-
water course is, to be honest with you, because this is Veronica's. The water course is down here, close to this monument. There's nothing built in here. This is all just
Right.
raw land anyway.
Right.
I don't know what they did across the street, but that water course comes up here and continues actually, because I think it dumps into Dan's Pond out
Okay.
back here, something like that. But that doesn't pertain to any
Right,
of us.
that-
This wetlands.
I know there's a swale there. I wasn't sure if there was active
Yeah,
water course.
in that
at
area
point
there,
or not off the
there's
top of
actual
my head.
guardrail. If you guys end up going out to take a peek,
Yeah.
there's a guardrail that's in that.
I drive by it every day. I just don't remember how far out the brook goes.
Sure. But really, from our standpoint, other than, now do you guys, for your approval, do I have to get a curb cut approval from the state? Or is it after? Because the state, actually, no, I think it's got to be after.
I think
Because
you
I
have
know-
to have the
You-
approved
you
lot
need-
first.
You
Yeah.
need, we can do an approval contingent upon the state's. Yeah,
You don't get a building permit if you don't have a curb cut.
right,
All right.
You can't build it.
right.
Yeah.
But what I think we've done historically, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while, is if there's a specific condition that's easily met, we can approve it contingent upon
I know the state guys. I can
getting the
call them
curve
up.
cut and, right.
I think in
Because,
order
I
to get
mean-
the curb cut for the addition I just did over on 83, I had to have a building permit already.
Right.
Which is it's like,
Right.
I don't know.
But there's no,
But I can call 'em.
there's no line of sight issues there, and I will reread it before we do the public hearing and make
Part
sure.
of the reason we did this, because there was discussion with wetlands, not even in the board meeting, but with Joanna, because Joanna and I spent time on the lot with Steve Jacobs, whatever. We talked about potentially switching the house to here, because this doesn't have wetlands here, but it puts us close to the corner. There's no line of sight issue here, but it also puts us across from the driveways and right across from St. Germain, so we came back to this idea here. Plus, in the future, the plan is to keep this all meadow back here anyway. We're not really using that for anything at this point, so actually, there'd be no use for that.
Any other questions or comments from the commission at this point?
I'm
I
just
guess then what we need to do is schedule a public hearing?
receive it and schedule a public hearing. I just didn't know if you wanted to also mention to Dave about open space or fee in lieu of.
Right. We as a commission should probably
Preparation.
discuss that. Normally, what we have done is if the land abuts state forest, land trust land that the town holds, and somebody who is managing that land says, yes, this piece has value to us, we would take ground. Otherwise, we tend to take fee in lieu of open space. So, what's the pleasure of the commission? I guess it would be a commission decision.
I just wanted you to explain
Right.
it at least to Dave tonight, and
Right.
can discuss it further tonight or at the next meeting, but just so he's prepared that,
When you say land versus fees, does that mean that you just potentially locks a portion of her land
Yes,
for non-development?
right.
Oh, well, excuse me, French, but what the hell? I mean, this is all wetlands.
I don't
This-
think you can use wetlands.
Oh, no? Well, then there's not enough land that that's going
Right.
to pertain to, because this is,
Well, and
This-
it also doesn't abut much that,
Right.
I mean, this isn't public,
this
Right.
is all Dan's remaining
Right.
property anyway.
so that's probably gonna be it.
And it
Right.
could even be Dan's issue also, correct?
Well, it will be
For
Dan.
paying the
yeah.
fee.
He
because
is,
he's selling
right,
the
yeah.
land.
Yeah.
But just so you're in the loop of.
Yeah, no, the
it's
knowledge
part
is good.
of
Yeah,
the
no, I appreciate it,
re-subdivision.
you know. Yeah,
We
definitely.
we just like to avoid, what? At the last minute.
Yeah, what are you talking about? No, I've been through some of this before, and I understand. Yep.
Okay, all right, so we accept the
Application.
application? Thank you. And can we schedule, can we do two public hearings in one night? I don't think
Yeah.
either of these are going to be overly complicated.
Yeah.
Can you be prepared for our October 14th meeting?
We'll make ourselves prepared.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. Then can I have a motion to schedule a public hearing on this application for our October 14th meeting?
So moved.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we have, motion carries. That's new business. I know, I need more meetings. Sorry. All right. Minutes approval. Any other new business before I leap on to this, I guess I should ask?
I don't have any other business, but I guess I could just mention that I did reach out to the Board of Selectmen to try and firm up who's permanent or regular members, get you as a regular member, get you as a representative for conservation. I didn't hear back.
They have not
yet,
acted yet.
but- Right,
Okay.
I'm working on that.
So we should have seated him as a.
You're right.
I mean,
Although he hasn't voted on anything.
No, but he just made a motion. But
Oh, all right, well, I'll
But
see.
we did seat him as a regular member
Okay.
at the
Voting
beginning
member
of the
for
meeting.
tonight.
Yes.
Before we went live.
Yeah.
Then let me seat Pat Pio as a member of the committee tonight.
Okay.
Can we seat him pending appointment of a member and just have that carry forward? I have a motion to seat him and as a member pending the seat being filled.
So moved.
That way we don't have to do this every time. I have a motion, I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in
Last
favor?
chance. Aye.
All opposed? All right, the motion carries. You're stuck there until they give the seat to you or somebody else. Now on to minutes approval. Did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
Motion to approve minutes.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion, do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in
Two past
favor?
eight, so Adam made a motion to adjourn.
The same for both.
Minutes.
Who seconded? I got that part.
I did.
Jim seconded
I
as
seconded
well.
the last.
Both, okay. I thought that, but
All right,
I didn't take shorthand.
we need to get somebody here.
Fortunately, we recorded, so I can